Retired pound king, fresh off the Lomachenko-Pedraza fight.
Much respect. I'm gonna get a photo. Get a photo.
Oh yeah,
Go get that photo.
Hold on a second, guys. All right, you go. Perfect.
Good to see you, bro.
What, I snatched one up on Andre,
I got you on this one.
thanks, bro.
Multitasking.
Thanks, Shane. Dre, man, what did you make of Lomachenko tonight? How do you assess his performance?
He did good. He did real good. I mean, to his normal standards, he was a little off, but that's to be expected. Shoulder surgery, been there, done that. Layoff, trying to trust the shoulder, all that kind of stuff. So, but the 11th round, that made you forget about all that. And that's why he is who he is, because he can turn it on like that and make you forget it, any bad that happened earlier in the fight. But if he was an average person, great performance. But to his standard, it was good. But he'll get another training camp. Like the shoulder stuff, man, and really any major injury, that 12-month mark is like the magic number. So he'll get another training camp in his next fight. I think he'll be back to normal.
Most people, they boil it down to Lomachenko and Crawford when it comes to top pound for pound.
Yeah.
You
got to have Canelo in there too, You got to have Canelo in there too. So any of those three, my pick is Terrence, but you can't argue about any of the other two guys, You can't.
And just on a technical thing, Lomachenko, we talk about his angles, and it's beautiful side to side forward, but do you think he's not able to do those same things off the back foot like Terrence Crawford? Or
I don't want to, nitpick that much. I mean, they're just different fighters. They get it different ways, but one thing they have in common is they get their hand raised in big moments. And Lomachenko's gift is his IQ and his feet. Everything you see with his hands is a byproduct of the IQ and the feet. So that's just who he is, and that's who he's always been.
What about a Mikey Garcia fight, Dre? Does he win that fight?
It's a good. Listen, man, that's a good fight.
Or Tank Davis?
I can't speak on Tank right now, but I can speak on probably Mikey because I've seen Mikey in against top competition, and obviously he's got a lot he's got to deal with in his next fight.
Right.
So we don't know if that'll ever happen, but if it does, man, it's a pick'em fight. Every time you bet against Mikey, he finds a way. It's tough. It's a tough decision, man, but I would love to see the fight.
Even if Mikey loses that fight, you want him to come back down to lightweight and run it with Lomachenko for all the titles?
What else would he do? He could probably stay at 140. I don't know how much trouble he's having making the weight, so I don't know if 40 is the next move if he loses. Even if he wins, you going to stay up there and fight the big boys like that? It's a tough call, so he's got to come down.
Do you think he'll actually pull it off against Spence in March? Would you pick him to win the fight?
I love Mikey, but I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't say that, and I'm not buying that. I see something like I'm sure you do see something. That's like a Mack truck coming, and you see a $100 bill right there. You reach out and try to grab it. That Mack truck is coming at 100 miles an hour. It's coming. I just don't know if Mikey has anything to hold, Spence off. And Spence against guys who are equally as big and guys who are even maybe a little bigger than him, which is rare because he's typically the bigger guy. He's coming straight ahead. So what is he gonna do against Mikey? That's the problem. When you're punching with everything you got and it's not, and the dude's not being phased at all, and he's in your face from round one. That's what I'm concerned about. So listen. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It won't be the first time, but I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Andrea, got to ask you about Wilder-Fury. No way you saw it a draw because there were some close rounds earlier.
You guys got to read my tweet, man. You got to read my tweet. I said, I understand the draw. I said, I get it, even though I have Fury winning by a round or two. But if you got 2 knockdowns, that's 4 out of the 6 rounds if you're talking about a draw. So you could easily have a swing round either way, and it could be a draw. I get it. I just didn't have a draw.
Do you think Wilder's misconstruing maybe that you're on the other side now? It's your job to call the fight like you see it, and he's taking it the wrong way when he thinks you're trying to take away from his performance?
First and foremost, I'm a man. Before a broadcaster, before anything else. And I'm going to speak my mind. Period. No matter who you are. But if you know me, you know that I've always been pro-fighter. I've never been anti-fighter. I've never hated. Check my track record. It's not in me to do. I love fighters. I may not even be a huge fan of yours, but I respect you because I walk that walk and I know what you're going through. So it's never disrespect. That's not even my MO, right? Now, I will say this. The way I worded, my tweet, when I retweeted, I think it was SportsCenter when they said run it back, it's left open for interpretation. But it's amazing that I've had people say, man, I followed you all these years and this, that, and the third, and you know, I couldn't believe that you would do something like this. Well, I would say this: if you followed me like you said you had, you would know that that's not my MO. So why not give me the benefit of the doubt and say, hold on, let me ask a question? And a lot of fans did. They said, man, I'm just trying to get you to clarify. We had great dialogue on Instagram or Twitter, and it was all good. All I was trying to say was the style is bad for Wilder. That's what I meant by he doesn't want to go through this. I know Wilder's an undersized heavyweight with freakish power. I know he fought Luis Ortiz when nobody else wanted to fight him. I seen him take that shot and get rocked and bite down and come back. It's not a hard thing. It's not a hard thing. It's a stylistic thing. Now, Wilder may make the adjustments to come back, and if they fight the rematch in Clip Fury, I could be wrong.
Do you think he actually will?
That's the business of it. But I should be able to say what I say, and I'm going to continue to say it, because I know it's not coming from a place of malice. That's not in me. It's not in me. So I hate that. I hate that. You serious?
Yeah, Andre, I have a question.
You serious? Are you joking?
You joking?
You joking, huh? You got me. You joking, man. Come on, you joking.
Andre, honestly, who's your right now the best light heavyweight you have right now? Who's the best light heavyweight you got right now? Right now, because it's like right now it's a division that's crazy right now. It's a crazy division.
There is no
That's the
best
reason why I'm
light
asking
heavyweight.
you.
They gotta fight it
You
out.
retired, you know, you retired
fight it out.
on top of the
You're not listening to
division.
me. They got to fight it out.
Yeah.
Belt here, belt there, they got to fight it out.
exactly.
Those guys got to fight each other. But it's exciting. It's new blood in the
If I can
division.
ask you, reward, what's your favorite right now in the light heavyweight? Now that you're not fighting anymore, who's your favorite right now?
I don't have a favorite.
You don't have a favorite?
Yeah, I don't have a favorite. I respect those guys, man. I love what they're doing, and I'm excited to see it shake out.
How would yourself do it against
I
this
like
guy?
myself. Am I my favorite? My own favorite?
Hey Dre, any chance you ever come out to fight Usyk? Come back out of retirement?
Yeah, what's
Yo,
that?
Dre, I get Wilder that fight.
That sounds like something
I
you would
get
do.
Wilder that fight.
That sounds like something. Everybody go left, you go right. Everybody go right, you go
Wilder that
left. I respect it.
2 knockdowns.
Okay, so that's 4 rounds.
That's 4 rounds. I'm gonna give him the first round.
So you saw
That's
3
5.
more rounds or more in his favor?
Yes. I saw.
Which rounds did you give him?
First of all, let me tell you what I did. I gave Wilder the first 4 rounds. I gave him 1, 2, 3. I gave Wilder the first 4 rounds.
You almost had it a sweep.
Due to the fact that Wilder
You had an
made the
8-4?
fight.
You had an 8-4?
8-4. Wilder made the fight.
I disagree, but I
Wilder made
respect
the
it.
fight. Wilder backed him up.
That's boxing,
Wilder
right?
backed him
I
up.
respect it.
And it wasn't much that Fury could do on the road. Yeah, he was more elusive. Wilder backed him up. And kept him on defense.
I just didn't see a lot of
Wilder
shots.
made the fight.
I didn't see a lot of shots.
knockdowns. That's 2 10-8 rounds.
Before you go, Dre. Before you go, Dre.
I respect
Before you go, Dre.
This fight, I thought Pedraza was probably one of the best. That was one of the best Pedrazas I've ever seen. So
Me too.
going back to you saying Loma was good, but for him it wasn't great. I think you guys give credit for Pedraza for that.
Yeah, that's the fine line, you know. How much was Lomo and how much was Pedraza?
Yeah.
It's tough, and I don't want to take away from Pedraza because he could have packed it in several times and didn't do it, especially after that 11th round.
Right.
He got up, he bit down, and he came forward in the 12th. So, you know, I think it was a combination. I think it was a combination of maybe, you know, Loma not being as sharp as he typically would be. He was sharp, but just not as sharp. And Pedraza, you know, putting up a great fight and giving him some resistance.
My last question is, like, as someone who used to fight, and I'm sure you do this the same thing, when you're watching fighters, in the back of your mind, it's like, well, how would I want to fight him? How would I fight him? How would I beat him? Like, how would you beat a Lomachenko? Like, I can't figure that out.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
It's hard. Like, for me, that's not even realistic, you know, because of the weight difference. So maybe I'm in the minority, but I don't even really think about it, you know. I don't even think about it. Now, if he was light heavy, cruiser, somebody that I know realistically I could have fought, I probably would think about it.
Dre, any chance? Dre, any chance you come out to fight Usyk out of retirement?
And I'm chilling right now, man.
Yeah. What do you think of
It's gonna take a
Usyk?
lot to make that happen.
What do you think of Usyk though?
Huh?
What do you think of Usyk?
Good fighter.
I remember you said before the fight you were worried about Bellew's weight in that fight. You thought
Yeah.
did it show
You
up?
saw what happened. Yeah, he hit a wall. Hit a wall. You can't do it. Can't do it. He hit a wall. Can't do it. You go up like that, you can't come down. If you blow up and you're fat and out of shape, that's different. But if you've campaigned there for a fight, 2 fights, 2 or 3 training camps, you can't come down.
And how's it feel being the movie star again?
Hey, what's good, man? What's good? What y'all think about that here?
I gotta see it.
I gotta see it. Don't tell me what happened. Don't tell me what happened.